Hello everyone and welcome now to a game between Nicker and Banboluli. Nicker spawning as the purple Night Elf. Meanwhile, just a hop, skip, and a jump away, we have Banboluli spawning as the brown human. Human versus Night Elf here on Turtle Rock with close spawns, and this is going to pose a problem for Nicker. We'll see how he responds to this here in just a moment. Scouting farm now coming into play as the militia already running inside the base well before the 2-minute mark. All right, this is going to be a very big issue as Nicker went for a tavern hero, and because of the delay on the tavern, all of a sudden the Altar of Elders may actually get taken down. Altar of Elders down to 32 hit points, 23 hit points, and down it goes. The Altar of Elders is down, and Nicker is going to be without a hero for quite some time. All right, Archmage now coming in with a Water Elemental, and this is just going to be an absolute beating here in just a moment. Ancient of War, there's a detonation as the Archmage does pull back in time here, and now this is just going to be extremely painful. Night Elf players, if you do go for a tavern hero, you do need to build that tavern or that Altar of Elders still a little bit earlier. Yes, the Ancient of War did or was training archers, so that is the reason why Nicker is able to hold off this attack right now, but even the death of a Water Elemental is pretty much inconsequential, as you know that your opponent has not done anything else here. All right, an Altar of Elders being built exactly in the center portion of the map. It looks like it will be hiring up a tavern hero in just a moment. What tavern hero? That is the question. And oh, are we going to get a surround here? Oh, the positioning on this is going to be absolutely horrific. The Fire Lord, is able to squeeze between the buildings. I did not think it was possible, and now Nicker is coming at it with a Fire Lord of his own. All right, the lava spawns need to get some damage perhaps onto some of those other units, and the Fire Lord will get one quick kill there. Fire Lord, can it get some more damage onto some other units, trying to get some kills onto some other peasants. The Fire Lord actually has more experience than the Archmage right now, which is rather surprising, as the Fire Lord's still chasing after that unit. Yes, he does get the kill there, and he does still get some experience. All right, this lava spawn is turning a very, very dangerous shade of red. He needs to get perhaps one or two more attacks in, and there it goes. Lava spawn is not splitting, though. What is going on here? He needs to start splitting. There he goes. It is going to be 2 lava spawns inside the base, and 2 lava spawns is definitely better than 1. Gonna go after those units there. Can they squeeze through? No, it does not look like it. They could try and get some more damage here onto some other unsuspecting peasants, but they're just going to start walking back. Meanwhile, back over here, an army of archers fighting back here. Fire Lord needs to get a little bit of health and mana to really fight back, as the Archmage still sitting at level 1. The Fire Lord is comfortably sitting with 3 peasant kills, and the lava spawns are still placing pressure off over here. It looks like the lava spawns are just going to be dying due to the timer, as the Archmage is finally going to get on the board with some experience now. All right, let's go. Item picked up by the Fire Lord. Archmage does get the kill. Experience going to be given for the Fire Elemental, or for the Water Elemental, to the Fire Lord, as the Fire Lord now getting closer and closer to level 2. What looked like a very, very dangerous situation just moments ago now. The Fire Lord, now packing Clarity Potions, is going to push and perhaps get even stronger. If it can get to level 3, that is going to be extremely dangerous, as the lava spawn, is going to start splitting. Perfect timing, as it was about to lose, or is about to die here anyways. Lava spawn, Fire Lord now dropping another lava spawn here, and still has a Clarity Potion to go, so he's going to be able to just grab more and more mana as needed. If he can get to level 3 fire spawns are extremely difficult to take out, as they have more hit points and deal more damage. All right, let's go ahead and run into here now, and this is what we were expecting. Defend, a very, very obvious choice, as the archers may try and get a blow down there. No, not going to get a blow down there. You can see the lava spawn trying to get in some extra damage, as the archers now need to try and run back. All right, Fire Lord, does it have enough damage? It needs one more hit, and that damage over time not adding in enough, and there it goes. It does get taken down in a nice little explosion animation, as the archer gets taken out here. All right, we are looking at the Ancient Protector now being added, Hunter's Hall being added, Huntresses now being added as well. The natural progression here, as the archer should really be focusing down either the Water Elemental or the Archmage. You do not want damage to be reflected back at your own units. Clarity Potion on the Fire Lord, and somehow he is still using that Clarity Potion. He is not getting attacked, and that is a big surprise. The Fire Lord is pretty much free to constantly do attacking, and that is not supposed to be the case, especially if he has a Clarity Potion on him, getting more mana. All right, Fire Lord gonna get the killing blow there. There it goes, as we now see more attacks coming in. Archmage realizing that he's actually taking a significant amount of damage, and the Fire Lord went from a Fire Lord machine, or a Lava Spawn machine, into just an almost like a searing arrow searing arrow off of a Priestess of the Moon, instead using, I forget even the name of that ability, but it does take 6 mana every attack, but it does deal bonus damage. There it goes. It does get taken down once more. Fire Lord now once again out of mana, but is it going to be enough to perhaps take down another footman here? All right, that footman down to very, very low hit points, and it looks like, yes, it will get taken down. Level 3 on the Fire Lord now. Perhaps he's going to pick up another Clarity Potion and come back in over the top. 39 over 60 supply compared to 38 over 42. You cannot use Militia up against that Fire Lord any longer because of the explosion on death from that Fire Lord, and that Fire Lord is just kind of laughing at his opponent now, saying, you know what, you tried to cheese me, instead I am going to destroy you. All right, you can see Huntresses now off over here to the side. Militia now going to perhaps try and Militia clear out this 744 creep camp. The timing on this could not be any worse, though, as now the timer life on all of these units are going to be half done, as we now see the fight getting underway. Lava spawns are in position. It looks like the footmen will be able to escape out of that here, as the footmen are still trying to chase. Militia trying to chase as well. And here's the attack once more. One Militia getting taken out. Lava spawns are the bigger varieties, so it is level 2 lava spawns instead of level 2 auto attack bonus. And we are still looking at that lava spawn dealing a significant amount of damage, trying to back away. May end up giving some extra experience. No, does not, as the Fire Lord now leading the army by taking a bit of damage and preventing any extra damage there. All right, going to turn back around. Fire Lord now taking more damage here. Huntress is going to get into position. You cannot really afford an engagement against this many Huntresses with that many footmen on the field, as the footmen are just going to take so much glaive bounce. All right. It looks like the Huntress or the Water Elemental is trying to go after the Archer. Archer able to get sacrificed by the Fire Lord there, as the Fire Lord, what's going on here? Not quite sure why that Huntress is so gun-ho to try and dive inside that army. Fire Lord will be using a Clarity Potion most likely, trying to heal back up. Moonwells are relatively low, I would say, as, well, they will be low here in just a moment, as the Fire Lord needs to be careful how much mana it is going to be recovering. All right, Fire Lord right there still using the Clarity Potion. Going to be back up to 150 here in just a second, as the Huntresses now making their way to the center. Panda now being picked up by Nicker. Perfect counter to the defend on those footmen. You're going to move slower. You're going to bunch up together. You're going to get more fire in your face. And that's exactly what's happening here. Panda now in the front line. Double barracks now training double riflemen. Double riflemen off of a town hall. No Mountain King. And this Panda is not going to be able to do very much. Riflemen going to try and use their long-range attack to shoot down the Huntresses. But without the long-range rifle upgrade, is their attack far enough? All right, Panda is in position. There's a Breath of Fire. Footmen now quickly using Defend, but they're going to be left behind as the Riflemen try and chase down a couple of units here. Meanwhile, Scout Farm still here. Looks like it is not gonna, it's gonna stay up there a little while longer. And now a Water Elemental just in position, just taking a lot of damage. And what was an advantage for the human, it has quickly turned into an uphill battle, as Nicker going to take down this Water Elemental. There it goes. All right, a new Water Elemental being dropped. Panda still sitting at level 1. Firelord sitting at 3. Archmage is sitting at 3 as well. Those level 2 Water Elementals could be problematic if it wasn't for the fact that there are so many archers on the field. Archers now falling to the footmen. The Panda should make short work of them here in just a moment. The Riflemen still trying to focus down the units. And this is pretty much old school playing, except for with the Panda. And that Panda could really get another Breath of Fire across all of those units here and finish things up. All right, let's take a look. A Breath of Fire. One more shot. Yes, it does get taken down. And now the Archmage going to be taking a little bit of damage. No, not taking damage. Down to 76 hit points and will be surviving. All right, units now turning around. I believe those two footmen don't really know what's going on. They should not be trying to take down a Fire Lord by themselves when there are 2 archers giving a little bit of support as well. Archmage now off over here. They're going to be running for the hills. And what is going on? Panda chasing after some units pretty needlessly there, and a little bit of miscontrol by on both heroes means more units will be able to get away. Firelord chasing after a Footman. Footman down to 85 hit points. It looks like it will be able to get back home and perhaps regenerate more hit points. No, he decides to double back around. 2 more shots should do it. 1 more shot should do it. And no, still decides to leave him alone. Little bit of miscontrol again as archers and dryads all getting ready to go. No easy way to heal. Firelord sitting at level 3, almost level 4. Panda, I believe, is getting very close to level 2. And now we just need to see a little bit more experience. And then Nicker may come back in for the kill. Huntress gets taken down off by the creep camps. Meanwhile, Water Elemental attempting to take down the Altar of Elders. No real reason to try and save it right now. Toma Strength +2. Panda now even stronger. 100 more hit points than he normally should have. And it looked like... nope. Rune of the Watcher. Panda's at level 2. Firelord now trying to fight back here. Ancient of Lore now training up bears as well. As we can see, some repairing. Bear is out on the field. Rejuvenation on the Firelord as the Firelord is trying to fight back here. You can see the Ancient of Lore may get taken down, but the rest of the army is going to now reinforce from the back. Militia now coming in from the back here as well, but I believe the Panda that still does not have mana for Breath of Fire is still going to be caught in a really weird spot. All right, triple Water Elementals, but one of them will be dissipating here in just a second. Panda, Breath of Fire, almost takes down 1. There's a Rejuvenation, and wow, Staff of Preservation to save it. Bear takes down 1. Water Elemental. Second Water Elemental could get taken down. No, it will not, as Nicker takes the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Never give up.